Yeah, on the record part, I sent the transcript also. Now you can make
Okay.
a transcript for all of them. You just have to check when you play. There is a button to ask for transcript, and it will show. And there you can copy save into the files. So coming back to the
Mm.
Australia. So I met Dr. Murthy, who is very well reputed scientist who is developing ragi varieties in India. And he took it because his friend, who is a long-term friend of his, introduced me to him, and nothing more. He actually was introduced me by another girl who was working in Boston, went back to India with the hope that she can raise a lot of emu birds. At that time, there was a fad of emu. And the idea at that time was emu birds, meat is very high quality, oil is going to remove all your pains, etc., etc. Emu fat. Emu stores fat, and that fat can be made into an oil, and the oil is. So she went back with her husband, and the reasons could be personal. They had some kind of family business of restaurant or something. And this girl was in IT, and she was working in a place very close to my hometown, Ramabhadrapuram. And she was working there, and someone said, she appeared, she received a Raitu Nestam, a friend of rice award, friend of farmer award from the state government. I saw that in the news. I thought that she's already there. She's from Boston and she relocated. So I contacted her and she said that, yes, we can do it. And after testing the first planting in my cousin's house to take care of it for 3 months, I planted there. After that, we planted in her fields. At my cousin's place, we planted only in small pots to see whether it can grow or not. It was growing very well. But the season was not right and the temperatures were very high, so we didn't get the seed. The next round, we planted with her, and she definitely took some interest, and she got some seeds. I have those pictures where we were planting in a plot of land, not just in a pot. And then she said that there we got some seed. Definitely it is giving seed also. So the next level is to do it at a larger scale. And she introduced me to this gentleman in the agricultural department working actively in developing ragi seed. So that's the gentleman I was talking about. His name is Dr. K. Murthy. He's a scientist, and he was in Vijayanagaram. Then he said that instead of planting here and there, you can plant in Araku Valley, where I have a friend and I can introduce you to. And that friend will make it happen because there are thousands and thousands of acres of land, and the temperatures will be very good for this seed. That's how he led me to that place. And then when I went there, of course, I had to wait for hundreds and hundreds of farmers, go around, talk to them, convince them. And these three who were convinced, the girl, the person scientist, Murthy, and another scientist who dedicated his life for growing plants or growing things in Araku Valley. All these three did not happen just like that. After meeting so many, and one after another led, and finally these three helped me to plant in Araku Valley And the name of the organization, actually, that's an organization through which we planted Vikasa. So in
Yeah.
Vikasa, they are about 5-6 people. Their activity is to get some money from government and try to help farmers to plant things and to improve their livelihoods. So in doing all these things, they asked me to travel. Often the car is not sufficient, and probably motorbike or walking into several villages. We go sit with dozen or more farmers. Sometimes there were many more. The maximum number of people that I interacted at any given time is 100. And then convincing them that they should plant this. And once they are convinced, then of course the money I had to pay for all my travels and everything else. Though I now see that quinoa business in India with 100 brands, everybody making at least 10 to 50 lakhs per year. It is several
Oh,
crores now. Yes, even the smallest of the 100 brands, everybody makes, let us assume a lowest of lowest is 1 lakh. We can multiply that later by 2 or 3 folds. 1 lakh sales per month. That's the minimum. Or the other way around, if there are 10,000 tons of quinoa is produced now, 10,000 tons, that is 10 followed by 6 zeros, kilos, a million kilos.
oh my God.
That is how it is the production in India right now. So 10,000 tons, if, let's say they are sold at the starting point, not in the market, is 100 rupees. Rough rate now at the bulk is 100 rupees. So 10 million is 10 followed by, that is 1 crore. 10 million is 1 crore. So 100 rupees is multiplied by that is 100 crores of business right now.
Great, great, great.
So at that time, no one has imagined the scale at which it can go. And when I proposed in my article in 2024, in 2014, it is 1 million tons what we need. Right now, what India is producing is only 10,000, for which we calculate roughly 100 crores as business. And if we go for 1 million, 10,000 is only 1% of 1 million. Because this is 4 zeros, 10,000, million is 6 zeros, and you remove 4 zeros, that is 100 is remaining, and therefore 10,000 is 1% of a million. So 100 crores multiplied by 100, that is 10,000 crores, will be the market size of quinoa at the bulk in India in the next few years. 10,000 crores is the market size, I mean, at the bulk, which normally is about 3 times. Therefore, it will be several thousands of crores of business, for which I was struggling at that moment, just like Oster
Right.
was trying to make a medicine for TB or malaria,
Great.
which could actually make hundreds of crores of sales in India, which did not happen really
Right.
for Oster. Even though he was working, he could not bring a product.
Okay. Uh-huh. So he went back or he
Yeah,
stayed back?
no, he went back. He was by then, probably he
Okay.
was 50, 60, and he stayed for a few years. When the company was established, of course, there were other scientists. and Kumudini was the CEO. She's not a scientist, but she is a CEO. And other scientists who returned from US, it's a fancy thing because AstraZeneca is a big name. So they joined. And now it's a big lab, AstraZeneca labs in Bangalore. But my point here is, just like him, I was looking for every simple single thing. He was funded by the AstraZeneca for a comfortable, whatever comfortable for Indian condition, having a car, but not having a phone, having a servant maid, having a driver. They're all very comfortable for Indian context, but they are not for an American, for a European to say that I'm comfortable.
Right.
And the temperature
Mm.
and the attitude.
Right.
And the point to drive in this chapter is to see that there are hundreds of people like him all over the world who start projects which may make money, which may make the product or may not make the product, which may make money, even if they make a product, may not make money. Yet, a lot of them are working. My situation was also the same without knowing, without knowing where I would end up.
Right.
Will I be able to actually demonstrate that I can grow? Even if I demonstrate, will others accept, start growing? Even if all these things happen, will I make money? And if I make money, what percentage of the total business of the whole thing? We estimated right now Indian business of quinoa could be 100 crores. Let us say I'm wrong by 10 times, a factor, what we call as a magnitude, order of magnitude. When we do not know in science what to do, then we go 10 times lower, 10 times higher, and check.
Right.
What is the bacteria that is present, or what is the situation that is present, and what should we do? In that kind of checking, if I take 100 and go by 10, one tenth of it is 10 crore business. Am I making that much money? No. So the whole chapter, in my opinion, is such a limbo, or some better word you can use, where the drive is the belief that quinoa is good, quinoa is needed, quinoa will grow if I do right things. These are the three things that Ashlag also felt. India is the right place to do research, to get a medicine for TB, or to get a medicine for malaria.
Right.
So please formulate the chapter. I missed, now that this is the purpose of talking to you. Because when I started this chapter now with you today, I know that I'm missing a few names, links, and a flow.
Right.
But I concluded today that the flow is that kind of a vision that he has and how it flourished. So please check about his name, and I'll fill in more. And because his book, you don't have to read that, but I have read.
Sure, definitely.
And if you send me this page, I will work on that. Probably I have to do quite a bit of work on that. And for every chapter, it will be like that. That's how they will evolve.
Right. And your photograph with him also, that also will keep on adding.
No. That's somehow until recently, or now maybe I never had the inclination to take photographs with all the people. I met so many people in my life, right?
Oh.
I calculated one day that I met at least 1 lakh people in person.
Oh. And you didn't take photographs?
I never took photographs like that.
No, you should have taken.
The famous scientist, Hargobind Kharona, for example, you know, Punjabi. I met him. We sat, talked and all, but we never had a photo. So
Oh.
I didn't.
What about with Modi ji? With Modi ji?
That's what I'm saying. With Modi ji also, we did not take any photo.
Oh.
Especially with Modi ji. I forget about Hargobind Kharona because in those days we don't have a camera always on the pocket. But when I was
Right.
meeting with Modi ji, of course, there's a camera, there's a phone in the pocket with a
Right.
camera. And so never I thought of taking these photos because never there was a plan to write a book then, because I did not start my life thinking that I would write a book.
Maybe we should have a time machine or something like that, and you can go back and take the photographs.
Yeah, for now, wherever we need, I can get some photos. Akira Endo is another person who is a scientist in Japan, but it may not be possible. But let us first get the chapters in text. And if people can't, I mean, certainly photo will add nice value, but the value has to be in the content first.
Definitely. That will definitely come.
Okay, then please send me the back cover thing of either, or you want to wait till Monday also, no problem.
I'll
some
do
more
that
chapters.
And I'll
take some more chapters. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll work on that back covers. Okay. There's no rush.
Sure.
And please introduce this artist or the designer, and I will see if from all my books that I published so far, no, I did not depend on any designer. I just simply make one on my PowerPoint. I put all the elements that are required and send it to the designer, and they will rearrange. And of course, they have to do a professional job on that in the Photoshop or something. It'll be, but this time, if you think that there is a designer who can articulate ideas better, I'll go with that. Okay, now it's another 3 more minutes. And let me know.
Okay, great. So this one I will definitely, and for this back cover, like you have any kind of like how many words you need, or should I make it from my side and later?
The words can be from your side, but though I initiated that because it's on my mind, I said that back cover thing, but don't do anything until next Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, because there are 3 or 4 we can cover every day one chapter like this, so that you will have a better idea than doing it today itself. But please send this. You said that you sent. I could not check because I traveled yesterday and came back. So you sent all the 3 chapters after your review, or one chapter?
I have sent you chapter 1. I have already done all the things, and even the Grammarly, everything has been done. It has been completely polished. Everything has been done. 2nd and 3rd, I'm working on that. I'll send it to you by tomorrow. And
no. Then my suggestion is this: before you, oh, I see we are recording. So why don't you do this chapter today? Whatever we discuss, if the 4th one, Oster, whatever we discuss, if you put it, even the rough one right away, that will make a better sense. And then we can revisit in between 2nd and 3rd.
Okay.
Or you think that, okay, this recording is done, so I'll leave it to you. I want you to take the fresh of your mind and sit and write the chapter. That is better.
Yeah, because a lot of scientific thinking also. Too much of what you call scientific and research and all that. So what I suggest, you send me the recording and I'll prepare, take the transcript, and from that I will prepare the chapter. And what I will do is I'll send this also, and number 2 and 3 also.
Okay.
Together, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So that there is a continuous link, and whatever suggestions I have, I will put it in that also.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording.
Yeah.